Iju, severe. Today we're just going to be going over some basics in the language Auri, which is found in eastern half of Niedene and is the prestige language of countries like Saramna, Shara, and is even found in the courts of places like Anosville. So the basics we'll just go over today is stuff like word order, followed by basic conjugations, and then just an example conversation. This is just meant to be an introduction to the language, then we can make further ones, like further videos as we go on. So to start, let's just go over the basic word order. The example here is more militaristic as it's the Niedene of like a warlike society. The example is the soldier stabbed the enemy. So here you see Ara, which is the soldier, Setka, the enemy, and then Saiket was stabbed. So basically it just says, the soldier, the enemy, was stabbed. But the soldier was stabbed by the enemy. Follow that up with things like time, manner, and place. It depends where on the continent you are, but with things like time usually heads first, followed by the place in places like Serrano, or more like Ishara. So places like the Kasei region and Gendur, the place usually comes first. In the following example, in that example, basically says, on fifth day in Lilianen, the poet wrote a poem to his friend. So that starts with the time. This is going to be more, obviously, time for place. More like an Ishara and a Serrano thing. And that's la. So la is the particle for like at a time. And natsa, so on fifth day. Around like the fifth day time. Lilianen sul, and sul basically just means at, comes after the place. Lilianen sul. Then anisya, which we had before with ara. Anisya marks the subject, so anisya, the poet is the subject. Then veranau, to the friend. Anisya miakat, poem was written, basically. So that kind of really just says, on fifth day at Lilianen, the poet to his friend wrote a poem. Simple enough. And it gets a little more complicated when we go to different tenses. We saw past tense already with both of these. Because you see, there's just, so normally if I wanted to say, like the soldier is stabbing the enemy, you wouldn't say ara sepkai saike, you'd say ara sepkai saike. There's no T. The T is usually a sign of something being past tense. So we look at the examples, see the base form here, I speak to him. Asha, roi has. Ro is just more like him or he. It gets more the informal, there is a formal version as well, we'll get to that later, another time, when we're talking about formals and informals. So base form, Asha roi has, I speak to him. Coming to past tense, you simply just add a T. So you'd say Asha roi hast. There's of course other ways to say it based on the region, but this is more just a standard steri. It's like the standard Auri, you're just saying, let's say you get dropped anywhere, these people probably understand you if you say Asha roi hast. You spoke to him. Then this is more using auxiliary verbs like will, should, etc. So for this, using a will, that's more the gachi at the end of this. So it's Asha roi hast the gachi. So the da gachi comes at the end. That's more simple. That's if you want to say should, you'd still have has da, then gachi be replaced with should. And then for inquisitive form, so like you're asking a question, you'd say like roi hasun. The or una depends on what part of the continent you're on again. And that's basically what makes it a question. You can switch word order around, but it's not preferred. That really has gone out of style since the Empire days. Let's see. So if you're going to do imperative form, imperative basically, you're commanding someone to do something. So roi hasta, speak to him. There's other ways to say da, like dai. Dai is a common one. It's like roi hastai. So that's one of the more common ways to say it, but da, that'll be the most usable everywhere. Then volitional form is like, let's do that. Let's go to the movies. So let's go speak to him. Roi hashus. So for volitional, it's either jo or jus. Jus, again, more common than jo. Then potential form, can you speak to him? Basically, this is asking like, can you? The vo adds the can element. So roi hasvo would be, that'd be more, I can speak to him. Roy Hasfo, but then the sentence forgot the un. So if you were going to ask, can you speak to him with a question mark? That should be Roy Hasfo. Because, the un is the question like we just learned for the inquisitive form. So yeah, that was forgotten for this part. Then for the example, so this example is like just a normal conversation someone might have. Someone's asking to buy jasmine flowers or something. It's like, hello, hi, how can I help you? Yes, I'd like to buy more jasmine flowers. What's the price? Then the keeper asks, oh, is this for someone you love? Yeah, and then he gives him a discount for it. Pretty simple. So for this example, it'd be, 이주, kia, 누이나스 외숑, 살. 다이치레이 밀리하레 이게츠민타이, 아도와, 아드마우, 나라비숑, 아랑디노, 삿사이, 아랑소티리. Veren, come la iltai, cimado ittura, nenun sodo amium, milisume, imu ige dagachi. So let's break that down real quick. So, ijo and kia, both just common greetings. Kia is a bit more informal, but the guy runs the store, so he's probably seen it before. And nui natso esho. So that's combining multiple forms. So like if we look at nu, obviously you. As for naso eshung, that's more of a katse pronunciation. So it should be nash jo es ung. So the nas o comes from jo, which is related to jus, it's volitional form. So can, and then nas is help. Ung is obviously the question. And the esh part is saying could. So technically is could I help you or how could I help you? Instead of saying can, because can obviously is a different word. For the next sentence, Sai daichidai milihare igetsimintay adoa admaung. So with this, sai is yes. Daichidai milihare igetsimintay. So for that, so daichi is a bundle of milihare, jasmine flowers. Then, so we see dai is of, bundle of jasmine flowers. Accusative, so if you would like to buy the jasmine flowers, ige is by se mintai. Mintai is would like, normally. And ze is just a way to connect ige to mintai. Adoa adumaung is just basically asking what's the price. Because, question. Ado is price, and then aduma is like how much. How much is the price? Then here he asks, unara bijun arang vino. And so that's where he's asking, like, may I ask for love? And so, unara bijun, may I ask? And then B is kind of like an indirect object, because technically the full sentence would be asha unara bijun. But but he, in a steri, as you can notice, you can often drop I from erect pronouns generally. Arang vinum just means, so arang is like a love, vin for love question mark. For love? Yeah, arang vinum. Then sasai arang sotiri. Sasai comes from sai, saying yes twice. Like yes. Indeed. Arang sotiri. So a love so fine. Tiri is fine, and soul. Soul doesn't change from English to a still. Where the shopkeeper then says, Veren, komi dai iltai. So Veren, friend. Komi also goes by kormi. You could say kormi dai iltai. That's best. Best of iltai is wishes, so best wishes actually. And chimado itura. Chimado comes from like a price. So it's basically saying, I'll give you a discount. Then nenun. So nenun. Nen is 5. Un is a counter. So you attach, if you're going to say like a number or something, you usually attach a counter to make sure you know what it is. Like if you had 5 paper, it wouldn't be nenun, it'd be like 5 something else. But so nenun 5. Sordo is a coin, so it's a type of coin. Mium. So sordo mium. This amount of money is good, question mark. Then to that he responds, Miril isume. And so that basically just means Nira is perfect. Isume is a way to just end the sentence and go on to the next chain of thought. Inui igedagachi. And so for that, he's just going to say, them, I'll buy it. So yeah, that's basically just the example. A little bit complicated, but in time, this theory is pretty easy to master once you just get these basic word forms down. From here, you could see all the different forms and how they're working out. It's a pretty okay example. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment, join the Discord, and ask. It's just fun conlang. We've been working on it for a few years. So the language has like a lot of words in it. You can use a couple hundred, maybe a few thousand actually, but no, you can say most things in a story. And that's the fun about conlang, is you can really just put together these own scenarios yourself, and you can use them to name places, and that's the main fun. Like Lilianen, Annen comes from city, Lily, say lilies. So yeah, no, that'll be all for today. And if you have any questions, like I said, just feel free to comment. If you want to join the Discord, feel free, and then subscribe for more. If you have any suggestions on like what you want to say in a story, like if there's anything you want to learn about it, like how do you say this, and then I could make a video on it or a short, or I could just comment and reply. So just feel free to ask things and leave your comments. If you appreciate the content, just leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Thank you.